So you've gotten her on the phone, or you're about to talk to her on the phone. You're at the point when you guys are ready to do this. But what are you supposed to talk about? How do you not only know exactly what to talk about, but how do you make sure that some of these topics are things that are going to actually build attraction and work for you instead of against you? On today's video, we're going to be diving into that. So maybe you're at the point where you met a girl and you got her number, and maybe you're not going to see her for a while, okay? So this is for people who are not going to see the girl for a while. That's when you get on the phone. Otherwise, I don't really recommend getting on the phone. Instead, you should be using text messaging or maybe a phone call to just get a time to meet up with them, right? It's not just about sitting there and talking on the phone. But talking on the phone is great when you know you're not going to see them for weeks or months, depending on the situation that you might be in. So then you have to get on the phone so you can connect with them and then get ready for when you finally see them in person. So I'll be diving into this, and what's cool is you can use some of this stuff in your normal conversation. So this is not just specific to phone, although it's very good for phone, but you can use this when you just meet a girl, when you're on a date, it doesn't matter, okay? So that's why this stuff is very powerful. But here it is. The first is you want to talk about what you've been up to, something that you've done interesting lately. Now, I know that some guys are like, well, I haven't really done anything interesting lately. Here's the thing. It can be as simple as a dish that you cook that you've never cooked before, or something that you're learning that's new, or something at work that happened that's interesting that you can explain to the girl. So don't think it has to be something wild and something crazy entertaining, like something that you've been up to and it's the coolest thing in the world. Now, if you have one of those, great. This is your time to share that. If you don't have that, that's okay too. Think about some of the more simple things. What's something simple that you can at least tell that's interesting to you? The reason why this works so well is through this concept called entertainment that I talk about in my Hooked program. Entertainment is the idea of talking about something that's interesting to you that entertains yourself. Not entertains her, but entertains yourself. This is where we dive into this. When you can talk about something that's interesting to you, when you can talk about something that you enjoy, that you like, that excites you, that energy gets transferred over to the person that you're talking to. Your excitement actually gets them to tune in more and gets them a little bit excited and sees how much fun you're having and gets them to have fun too. It's oddly magical, but it works. And so in this, we're diving right into that, right? This idea of entertainment, about telling and talking about something or a story that's happened, anything to do with you. And then on the flip side, you can then say, when you're on the phone talking to her, or maybe on a date, you say, now, what about you? What's been really interesting in your life in the past couple weeks? Or what's been interesting with you? So what's cool here is everything I'll be talking about, all the topics I'll be talking about really for this video, for the phone, is stuff that you're going to say. It's not like interesting questions to ask. It's all going to be statements and ways to keep the conversation going that you're going to be saying. But on the flip side, along with it, you can then ask them. So again, for this first one, it's talking about something that's happened to you, that's interesting, that you like, that's something that you did, or something that happened to you. And then when you're done telling that, you ask them the question about them. Okay, here's the next one. You're going to talk about something that you wish you were doing, something that you wish you were doing right now, something that you wish you would be doing this weekend, something you wish to do soon. Okay, so something in your life that you would like to do. So here's an example. You can say, oh man, this weekend it would be so nice to just go to the beach and just get a couple of cold drinks and just relax and be in the sun. Man, that'd be so nice. It doesn't matter, by the way, what the weather is. This is just something that you wish, or something that you want, or something you desire, like this kind of fantasy. Like, what's something that you wish you could be doing right now? This is a really good time to use this, by the way, when there's a lull in conversation. Naturally, sometimes you're on a date or you're on the phone, right, in this example, and the conversation just kind of dips. Like all of a sudden there's a silence. Then you can just enter and say, man, you know what I wish I was doing right now? You know what I wish I could do this weekend? You know what I wish I could do next month? Something that you'd like to do. Can be extravagant, can be crazy, something you wish you could do, or it could be as simple as the example I gave you. Like, I just wish I was hanging out by the beach right now in the sun, it'd be nice, or be at a beach, or whatever it is, right? And then you can even have fun with it and say like, oh man, you know what, next week, or next month, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if I could just like go on a trip. It'd be so nice to go on a trip and travel somewhere interesting, whatever it is, anything interesting to you, right? Just be so nice to do that. So what are these little fantasies? What is something that you wish you could do? Just bring it up in conversation. And then boom, once you say that, you can ask her, what about you? What's something you wish you could be doing this week or next month? And she'll clearly have an answer, right? Every girl has an answer to this. Every person has an answer to this. Everyone has a wish or desire of something they wish they were doing. So what kind of experience do they wish that they were doing? And you're gonna have one as well. Here's the next topic, and this is very specific to the phone, although you can kind of use it on a date, okay? It's basically seeding the idea of hanging out, right? So if you're on the phone and you know you're not gonna see her for a while, it shouldn't just be all about like, okay, well, we'll talk again soon, you know, the next time we'll talk, whatever. It should be at least somewhat in the idea of, hey, when we get together, it's gonna be so fun when we can get together and we can do X, Y, and Z, whatever that is, right? You can even call back to the last one I said, if you're talking about, oh man, it'd be so nice to, you know, next month go on the beach or do this, whatever it is, or go to this restaurant or take a walk here, whatever. And you can say, you know what? You and I should totally do that when we can finally see each other. So this is the third topic. You wanna make sure you're bringing up what you guys are going to do together. Get her excited about it. Build that tension, build that excitement, because when you do that, it's going to then lead more to you guys actually doing it, which is what you want. You don't want a phone buddy, just like I always say, you don't want a texting buddy. You don't want to just text all day. You want to meet up with them eventually. Of course, you might not be able to yet, but that's okay. You don't have to set an exact time and date to do it, but just see the idea of like, oh man, you know, when we can see each other. Or maybe you can see each other and you're just talking on the phone because you end up getting on the phone. Great, set the date. Go for it. Say, oh man, next week, let's totally do this. How about this? I have a great idea. Next week, let's go to this restaurant. Let's do this. Let's go here. And this is going to be what's called asserting dominance and being assertive. And I talk about dominance also in my Hooked program. It's part of my TED system. And so dominance is all about leading the interaction and taking the interaction more forward, right? You're going to be the one to approach, maybe get on the phone. You're going to be the one to initiate the date. You're going to be the one to initiate the kiss, initiate sex, and so on and so forth. So you practice dominance on the phone by talking about what you guys are going to do together, and also gets her excited and builds some of that tension so you guys can be even more excited when you finally do land together in person. 3 topics. First one, something that has been interesting to you or something that you've done lately and then asking her about it. Next one is something you wish you were doing right now or wish you could do, wish you wanted to do, and then asking her that. And then 3, going in for, you know, it'd be so exciting for us to do this or that, or see each other on this time or this date, and making sure that you're keeping up with the idea that eventually you guys are going to be in person. Press like right now and leave a comment down below if you have actually used one of these on the phone or in person. And tell me which ones that you've used before so we can all kind of share this. And I'll be in the comments per usual, chatting with you and seeing what's up. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about that TED system, right? Today we talked about entertainment, we talked about dominance. And if you want to learn how to get further into those and use that and use the TED system in full, then check out getherhooked.com. The link is in the description down below, where you can get access to my full program in terms of building attraction with the women that you meet, the women that you talk to on the phone, the women that you are doing online dating with. It's going to help you with all those areas. So check it out. Hope this helps, and I'll see you on the next video.